Just west of Chicago, in a community called Elmhurst, there's a place where you'll grow into a connected thinker and a passionate changemaker. With skills to excel and knowledge that lasts. Elmhurst University. Go far, do well.
Welcome into R.A. Fagnall Hall for this CCIW matchup between Elmhurst and the visiting Augustana Vikings. Dawson Wells with you here with Bill Downing, and we're going to send it down to the PA announcer for opening ceremonies.
is senior number 22, M.C. Brown. And 6'1" junior number 30, Sierra Steamer. Bluejays are led by assistant coaches by Hartford, Cameron Mitchell, Drew Rhonda, and Margaret Frank. Head coach of the Bluejays in his first season is Cameron Tucker.
So those were your starters for both teams. Again, Dawson Wells here with Bill Downing. And Bill, this is a matchup from just over 2 months ago. Augustana took that one in Rock Island, 80-72. Elmhurst looking for a little bit of revenge tonight.
Well, we had opportunities in that contest, but when you take a look at Melton, Tatum, and Lewis, you're going to have to stop them because they had a large majority of their points from that contest, 31, 14, 11, respectively. And then you go ahead and you throw Emma Berg in there with 10. That was basically all their scoring. You have to shut them down. We watched them in shoot-arounds. Both teams very, very loose. But I think Elmhurst knows that this is a game they must have, especially after that big win Saturday at North Central.
Yeah, absolutely. Both, like you said, both teams making a lot of noise during pregame warm-ups. And you mentioned that big win against North Central. There's a logjam towards the 6th seed in the CCIW. Only 6 teams make the CCIW playoffs. Elmhurst, Augustana, and North Central all tied at 3 and 6. So this is a big one for the Blue Jays here tonight as Sierra Steamer wins the tip-off for Elmhurst. Steamer making another start, the transfer. Here's Gibson making her 4th start in the CCIW and gets an early jumper.
Sierra Gibson, the 5'6" junior guard out of River Grove, also from College of DuPage of Chaparrals. She has really come to play in the last 3 to 4 contests, and I think that all comes from the head coach, Cameron Tucker, giving that little bit of, hey, I think you can do it, and then she's showing she can. And she's healthy, too, and she's dangerous.
Yeah, absolutely. We saw it in the last home game, and there's a turnover by Augustana on the far side. We saw it in the last home game here against North Park, and you could just see the energy from Sierra Gibson. She did foul out of that contest, but just both sides of the ball provided a spark on offense and then lockdown defense.
Yeah, and she likes the fast break. And you talk about a team that can really, really motivate themselves from the fast break. Sierra Gibson, when she leads that team, they become unstoppable, and it's like a two-faceted team. Actually, 3. You got to be careful of the long shot. You got to be careful of the inside because you've got Sierra Steamer down there, and you also have Dielza DeLipi. I mean, it's a 3-faceted game. You see it right there.
Great pass by Gibson to find Steamer. And
very unselfish play.
Yeah, and those two are going to provide a really key role for Elmhurst going down the stretch, not only in this game but the rest of the season.
Agreed. And the fact that she had a clear shot to the basket and she dumped it off to Steamer, kind of watching in warm-ups, Steamer, they were working her a lot in the paint, so we should see a lot of that tonight.
Here's Steamer just jumping that pass from Stone. Couldn't get there quite in time, but you already see the active defense from Sierra Steamer taking on Paige Melton down in the post.
6'1" junior from Antelope Valley, California.
There's a drive to the hoop for Erickson. Gets it in. Elmhurst up 4-2 as Augustana providing a little bit of a press here. Getting a tip to the ball. MC Brown is going to be the last one to touch it and turnover on Elmhurst.
But Cadence Tatum that time going after the ball. Gibson looked like she may have bounced her head off the court. Hopefully she's okay.
Here's Tatum. Lays it off to that far side for Erickson. Here's Papez. Papez only really starting 10 games so far as Erickson goes up and draws the shooting foul.
They're going away from Paige Melton, the sophomore from Moline, but they're opening the door, I think, early by going to some of these players, such as Erickson. I think that's going to open up for Melton later on, and Elmer's going to have to be careful because last time when they met, it was 31 points from Melton.
Yeah, 2 just assassins the last time these teams met in Paige Melton. put up 31. Christian Bukata in that game put up 26 in the losing effort. Fast break here, quickly breaking the press, and that pass from Gibson just a little too strong. Right at Steamer's feet, couldn't corral it.
Yeah, a little bit of a low bounce pass. Gibson had that one again. She would definitely elevate that ball a little bit better, but again, there's the duo going at it already.
Here's Tatum, top of the key. This is off to Melton. She's the dangerous one. This is going to be a fun matchup here tonight between Bukata and Melton. Long three for Erickson. Got it for Augustana, and they take the lead 7-4.
Yeah, she's got 7, and she is on fire. Nobody else has scored. And that pressure right now for the Vikings causing some tough terrain here for the Blue Jays to start.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of teams in the CCIW, both on the men's and women's side, come in here and deploy the press to great success. You see Augustana doing it really well right now on a 7-0 run. Here's Steamer driving in. Passes out for Gibson. Back to Steamer. Elbow jumper, in and out. Rebounded by Papez.
Gibson quick right off that dribble. The last time that these two teams met, Erickson only 2 points. She's got 7 already.
Yeah, and she's perfect from the field as well. 2 for 2 from the field. Here's Melton. Bukata, Gardner trying to get around. Good defense by Bukata, and she gets the board.
That's what you got to do. You got to body up Melton. You cannot give her any freedom whatsoever.
Great pass by Cusack to find Brown. Back to Cusack here on the wing. Going around the screen, finds Steamer again, and she draws the foul.
A good catch that time by Steamer on the pass from Cusack. And she goes up against the bigs and drawing the foul, Carly Stone, the 5'8 junior from Beaverton, Oregon.
And Callie Papez.
And Melton will have a seat already.
That's kind of shocking. Leading scorer for this Vikings team, taking an early seat here. Callie Papez, 6'3 junior from St. Charles, Illinois. Tallest player on the floor. It's going to be a fun matchup between her and Sierra Steamer. Papez didn't play the last 2 times these teams met.
Steamer with 10 points last time. She missed both free throws.
That's something you can't do if you're Elmhurst. Free throws can really help your cause or really hurt him. Here's Tatum. Passes up to 3. Good pass to Papez. And gets it in.
Now the southpaw out of St. Charles, Illinois.
Augustana off to an early lead, 9-4, going on a 9-0 run after the hot start from Elmhurst. Here's Bukata. Finds Cusack in the corner. Quickly
The Vikings, they are clamping down defensively quick.
Yeah, there's nothing open for Elmhurst right now. Down to 7 seconds on the shot clock. Here's Cusack, long 2.
Yeah, they're taking up a lot of that shot clock and not getting a good shot off neither.
Yeah, absolutely. Augustana doing a great job so far on defense. Here's Smith on that far side. Gets into Papez. Hook shot and draws the foul.
Steamer look. Let's see, was she in just on the lip?
Yeah, it looked like she reached over just a little bit. As Gibson takes a seat, Lindsay Novak comes in for the Blue Jays.
Tia Lewis, freshman out of East Moline. We talked about it before we came on the air, how young of a team this Augustana Vikings team is.
Yeah, only 2 seniors, Emma Berg and Ashley Lang. Neither one of them getting really big minutes for this Vikings team. It's a lot of these young juniors, sophomores, and freshmen.
Vikings on a 10, make an 11-0 run over the last 2:42. And on the downside, 3 minutes and 15 seconds.
Here's Novak, 4-3 in the corner. Got it!
There you go.
Instantly comes in, her first touch of the ball of the game.
They needed that one, too, because that was a big one. The senior from Romeoville, known from shooting outside, sometimes way outside.
Here's Tatum. Down the post, finds Papez. Top of the key. Back out to Stone. Now Smith. Free throw line. Good defense by Novak. Gets it away, draws the foul. Good steal and hands from Lindsay Novak. Instantly off the bench, making an impact both on the offensive side and defensive.
Well, you see Dolly Smith, that freshman, number 2, when she had the ball, she called an audible. She tapped the top of her head, and I haven't seen that in basketball. I've only seen that in football, and the players responded to it, but so did Lindsay Novak with the steal.
Yeah, great hands from her. She's going to take another three. Front of the rim, off target, rebounded by Tatum.
She had a good look.
Quickly up to Stone for the Vikings. Up 11-7. Quickly into Papez, taking on Steamer. Good post move and blocked by Steamer.
Yeah, that was a very good stand there by Steamer.
Yeah, that time she went straight up and was able to get the block without drawing the foul. Long three by Cusack. Pass to Steamer. Good rebound. Sarah Steamer made an impact early in this one.
2. Yeah, Steamer has. She's played a big role already.
Yeah, 4 points, 2 rebounds for Steamer. Here's Lewis. A lot of space down in the paint.
Yeah, there was nothing that MC Brown could do because once Lewis got by, Lewis, almost like deer in the headlights look. She was surprised she was that wide open. Oh.
Great pass from Bukata to find Steamer. Looked like she took a lot of contact on that one. No call.
Just about to say that.
Augustana bring it back up the floor with Stone. Here's Tatum. No points for her. Does have the 2 rebounds in this one. Passes out to Smith. Front of the rim, off target. MC Brown with the rebound.
I like the way that the Blue Jays are boxing out.
Yeah, and they're starting to break that press a lot more smoothly as there's a travel from Cusack.
Yeah, she definitely, you can see, she definitely moved that foot, stopped, and then whoop.
Yeah, just dragged it a little too far for the ref's liking.
Anna Klaczynski coming in, and we're going to have a timeout.
Quick, fast game so far, yeah. Bill. Augustana at the timeout leads 13-9.
Shooting 57% out of the Vikings, 4 of 7 from the field. 1 of 2 from downtown. Blue Jays not too far behind at 44%, 4 of 9 from the field. 1 of 3 from downtown. 0 for 2 from the charity stripe, and the Vikings 4 of 4 for 100%.
Yeah, they've done on both sides, really great job for Augustana hitting their free throws and getting to the line. And then Elmhurst on the other side, they've caused a lot of turnovers. We've seen, those 2 couple of steals and the block as well. Haven't led to many points so far. Only 2 points off turnovers for the Blue Jays, but that's something they've done really well and did really well in the last time these 2 teams met up.
The one thing that the Blue Jays have to be careful is if the Vikings are going to go on runs, they have to make sure it's short little spurts. They can't go on a long drought like they did over 3 minutes. We were just talking about it. And the Vikings, they just chip away. They'll have that lead, and they'll tack on 1. They'll get a 3, you'll get a 2, and then they start to slowly pull away. When you take a look at these records, both teams in the CCIW at 3-6, North Central also at 3-6. I think that's not really indicative of how well these teams can play.
Turnover by Augustana. Taken away by Bukata, trying to get it up floor. Bukata needs to get going for this Elmhurst team if they want to have success. So far, 0 points, no shots up for Christian Bukata. Elmhurst's leading scorer. Long 3 from Novak. Got it!
Nothing but net for the senior from Romeoville, Illinois. I bet you she's got her name in the rafters at Romeoville High School somewhere.
Oh, I'm sure. Long pass. High pass, reeled in, up to the top of the key for Erickson.
I think you got to get Anna Klaczynski involved in the shooting too. Good defender, but even deadlier from the floor.
And a foul by Novak on Melton. It's a good pass, left her wide open. She took a good shot.
Yeah.
And just a little chunk of the arm going up.
But now you see how the Vikings are going to start drawing the attention and get it out to their big guns, because for Melton, I mean, she has only shot. That's her first shot in the last time out. She scored 31 in Rock Island. So, I mean, this is someone you got to be careful, and here comes another one off the bench.
Yeah, Paige Melton so far in the CCIW games, 14.2 points per game. It's the leading scorer for this Vikings team. Callie Papez as well. It's only started. This is making her 8th start so far in the CCIW. 13.1. Those are the real top 2 scorers for Augustana and the ones you got to look out for. Good fast break to beat the press into Delapi. Up and off the rim. Gets her own rebound.
And another foul on the Vikings.
Foul on the
We'll
Vikings.
take it.
Elmhurst beating that press and making it 2-on-3. Leapy just couldn't convert the layup. That was able to draw the foul on the baseline, and she takes a seat. Steamer comes back in.
I know each one of these Blue Jays, get to that in a second. They have a cheering section with some young kids down to our right, making some new friends, possibly some future Blue Jays down there.
Absolutely, as Bukata missed that quick jumper. Augustana with the rebound, brings it up floor. Papez off to the far side wing. Here's Tatum, drives in, takes on 2. Aaron shot going the other way.
Yeah, you're not going to get Bukata to go for that. She even shaking her head. Now they're going to override that.
Change that call.
Yeah, she tried the pump fake on Christian Bukata, and she didn't budge. She didn't go for it.
No, that was a tough shot. And there's an offensive foul on Augustana. Now it goes the other way, and you know what they say, ball does not lie.
No, and head coach Mark Beinborn has got to be livid, because that was away from the play, and it goes against your team, and I think that's exactly what they're talking about right now. That's exactly what he said to Erickson.
Yeah, Erickson pushing over Bukata. Steamer just keeps that one in. Here's Novak. She's hot from 3. Kaczynski in the post. Turnaround jumper, in and out.
And that was halfway down the cylinder, too. My, oh, my.
Papez with the rebound, gets it up to Tatum.
Good fadeaway that time by Anna.
Yeah, she had a good shot idea. Just couldn't get it in. Good defense by Steamer again. Taken away by Cusack. Over to Bukata. Bukata trying to push the floor. Quick jumper. Got it for Christian Bukata. Her first points of the game. Brings the Blue Jays within 1.
Now the Vikings in a drought for the last 2:42.
And it's really been just good Elmhurst defense causing that drought. We've seen Steamer get involved in a lot of turnovers and fast hands for this Blue Jays team. Here's Melton. Pop 2. In and out, rebounded by Bukata, and she's fouled.
Well, that all started with Klaczynski right there. She was able to get in between 2 Vikings that were trying to box out. She tipped the ball out to Bukata, and I'm telling you right now, the Vikings, they are digging themselves a hole here early with the fouls.
Yeah, already 6 personal fouls for the Vikings. Good rebound by Bukata, getting her second of the game. It's going to put Elmhurst in the bonus, so Bukata's going to head to the line here. And she gets the first one.
Consistent. That's exactly what Christian Bukata is. I mean, she has not been scoring a lot as of late.
Misses the second one.
The head coach, Cameron Tucker, has said others have picked up the slack.
Yeah, Christian Bukata in conference game, 16.1. Goes 1 for 2, but ties it up here. 30 seconds left to go in the first quarter.
Yeah,
Pump fake by Hayes, gets it over to Melton. Here's Papez. Long shot by Stone, off the front of the rim, rebounded by Papez. And then off the front of the rim again. Christian Bukata, shot clock off. And tries to draw a foul.
Oh, they're going to say
go the other
Bukata
way.
that time. Oh, my.
Wow.
They probably say she tried to clear with that elbow.
Yeah, Hayes drawing the charge. I mean, that's the right call on that side.
Bukata had nowhere to go.
Right. She was just trying to make something happen, just couldn't get the space.
Now they can't allow a wide open shot. And something that's surprising me there, Dawson, Melton's not taking wide open shots.
No, she hasn't. Here's Papez in the post. 5 seconds. Here's Melton. Loses the ball. Out of play. Stays with Augustana on the baseline. 2.2 left to go here in the first.
Yeah, you can't allow an easy inbound here. You have to contest the inbound with 2.2 left.
Here's Tatum with the inbound. Gets it over to Hayes. Good defense. Gets it off in time and gets it before the buzzer.
Boy, that was the longest 2.2 seconds ever. Holy cow.
I mean, that's good defense by Novak, but way to stick with it.
Well, here's those kiddos I was talking about out on the court. But, yeah, she had to stick with it because, I mean, right in her face, and she was able to drain that three.
Honoring some Carroll Stream Panthers down on the court here tonight.
Those were the kids that were high-fiving the Blue Jays when they were shooting around. Well, congratulations to them. Each team shooting right around the same as far as shooting percentages. 43% for the Blue Jays, 42. Led by Novak 6, Bukata with 3, Gibson 2. Steamer started off really quick out of the gate with 4, and she's been on a drought ever since. Erickson with 7. She's got foul trouble for the Vikings. She has 2 fouls, 7 points. Lewis with 2. Melton 2. Papez with 4. And Hayes with 2. Shooting 5 of 12 from the field, and the Blue Jays 6 of 14.
Yeah, I'm really surprised. Christian Bukata only with 3 points. I suspect her to really get going here in this second quarter, but second quarter, it's been a real struggle for Elmhurst. They start games right in it, and then second quarter runs around, and they struggle. They struggled really in the last game against North Central and against these Vikings as well.
Agreed. Yeah, they're going to have to find a way to get points and turn those struggles into momentum.
Here's Stone, taken away by Gibson, pushing the floor. Gets the layup off the rim. Kaczynski with the rebound and draws the foul. Good takeaway in hands again from this Elmhurst defense. And then Gibson pushing the floor. And then just good follow-up.
Yeah.
Man, Kaczynski to get that rebound, draws the foul.
Yeah, she went up against Lexi Hayes right there, was able to do it. And this is where they're going to have to improve tonight.
She makes the first one. And, I mean, Augustana had 26 turnovers last time these two teams met, but they were able to pull out the win. As Kaczynski gets both of her free throws down to tie this one up at 17.
Well, we've scored 8 points off turnovers. They've scored 7. Our pressure's been really, really good here.
Here's Stone for the Vikings. Over to Papez. Over to Tatum. She doesn't have any points yet tonight for the Vikings. Stone with the baseline jumper. Papez with the offensive rebound. Gets it in. And that's just 6'3" right there.
Yeah.
Tallest player by far on the floor. That's going to be over and back by Sierra Gibson.
Yep, nothing she could do. Nothing she could do right there as she was trapped. And
yeah, it's just a tough position to be put in, really, right in that corner. I mean, her momentum really took her back over that line after she caught the ball. There was just
Agreed.
Nothing she could really do there.
No, that's really good defense. I mean, you stood your ground. There was nowhere you could go. You had her trapped in that little corner right there in front of the scorer's table.
Here's Tatum with the ball, top of the key. Trying to get her into Papez. Now Steamer on her. This is an even height matchup. She gets it over Steamer. Papez just using that height. Her 8th points of the night. Quickly into Steamer. Too strong. But an early turnover. Steamer, free throw line jumper off the back of the backboard. Cusack with an offensive rebound. Kaczynski with the three off the backboard. And the Vikings get the defensive rebound after really 3 attempts from the Blue Jays with no points.
It seems like the Blue Jays are getting close to the basket.
Stone for 3 off target. Hayes with the rebound on that far side. And timeout, Augustana. But yeah, you said it. Elmhurst having a lot of good opportunities here.
But all of a sudden, it's like that deer in the headlights look. They look, that was a turnover.
Turnover, Augustana.
Stepped on the baseline.
You're right.
Yeah, they get that deer in the headlights look, and the shot's way too strong, and not that one from Gibson.
Yeah, Gibson with her 4th points of the night, and it's that press. They are beating it really consistently, getting that 2-on-3 on the offensive side. They just need to capitalize that on just a little bit more.
I think you got to go to that more often.
And too strong for Dolly Smith there.
It's there every time, like right now.
Yeah, 3-on-3 now. Cusack going for the early shot, gets out of Bukata, passes up an open 3. Gets over to Cusack.
Good leadership that time by Bukata.
Here's Gibson for 3.
They had to get a good shot.
Gibson offensive rebound and in. Tie game, 21-21.
Right now, the Blue Jays, the aggressor out there, they are chasing every shot. And I'm telling you right now, they're not getting good shots off. But the rebounding right now for the Blue Jays, you take a look at, Gibson followed her shot from the top of the key. She knew it.
That's just hustle there to get your own offensive rebound and then quickly put up a 2 to get it in.
And the Vikings, they turned around like, where'd she come from?
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, she's got 6. You better be careful because when she gets going, that opens up everything else. The fast break right now for the Blue Jays, look at it. 10 points to none. You got to go. If it's not broke, don't fix it. I say stick with it because every time they're fast break, they're getting a shot off or there's a foul. So you got to get people in foul trouble. Hayes with 2. Erickson with 2. Haven't seen very many minutes. Melton still with no. Papez with 1, and Stone with 1, and Smith with 1. So, they got a lot of fouls, but spread out minus Hayes and Erickson.
Yeah, I'm looking further down, too. Elmhurst with 5 steals already tonight. That's something they continue to do from the last matchup, where they had 19 steals last time these two teams met.
Yeah, you're right. You look at the blocks, 1-0. That was Steamer. You've got 5 steals, as you mentioned, and then we got 10 points. They got none off fast breaks. We are out hustling them to the ball.
There's another jump ball. It's going to go Elmhurst's way with the possession arrow. Turnover, Augustana.
Number 9 already for Augie here tonight.
Yeah, a lot of turnovers so far for the Vikings here early on. Credit to this Elmhurst defense, too. A lot of it's been just because of pressure, like that last one. Here's Bukata on the wing, asking for the screen. Pick and roll the Steamer off the backboard and in.
Love it. All day that shot is open. Yeah, that pick and roll is beautiful. They practiced that, and here we are. Steamer with 4 points already. Make it 6, excuse me.
Yeah, they're just not sticking with Steamer off those screens. They're more concerned about Bukata, and she made a great pass.
And that's okay. Let them worry about, and Kristen, again, one of those players, very unselfish. She'd rather pass the ball off and get a good shot and then take a bad shot.
Absolutely.
Oof.
And there's Papez.
She's good.
Over Steamer.
First player in double digits now with 10.
And that was a good defensive set from Elmhurst.
Yeah.
They made him work that shot clock all the way down. As here's Steamer again, trying to get it over to Bukata. Turnaround jumper and in for Christian Bukata.
Yeah, we'll take that.
She's up to 5 points tonight, but
fought for every square inch of that paint.
Absolutely. Elmhurst back on defense. They've been pretty successful. They just haven't been able to get many stops and contribute them back into points and gone on long runs. That's why this game, Elmhurst is only up 2. Good pass over to Stone.
Yeah.
And she gets it in for her first points of the night.
Drew the double team and Stone was wide open on the baseline.
Here's Gibson on the fast break. Gets it in. Good pass from Bukata.
All night. That's 8 right there for Gibson.
Yeah, and it's breaking that press. Augustana is just getting torched in that full court press.
Yeah, Mark Beinborn's going to have to make a change on that. They're going to have to play more toward the midcourt.
That one misses them. Smart play from Cadence Tatum there. Hustle play to get this off Sierra Gibson.
That was close. Smart play, though. You're right.
Lopez takes a seat for the Vikings, and Sierra Steamer goes off as well. Delipi
in.
Here's Stone, far side wing, taking on Kaczynski. Good defense and get the steal.
Kaczynski with the quick hands, and here come the Blue Jays.
Got it, pushing the floor, finds Gibson, over to Delipi. Great ball movement from Elmhurst.
Fastbreak.com, the Blue Jays tonight.
That's just pretty basketball right there.
It is. I mean, when it works like a well-oiled machine, that is something to watch.
Another steal from the Blue Jays. Bukata pushing the floor over to Cusack. Turnaround jumper. Got it.
I suspect we're going to see a timeout, especially if the Blue Jays score again. They're 5 for 5 on their last 5 shots.
And they've taken a 6-point lead as well. Going on a 6-0 run here.
What a turnaround. At the end of one, 17-15, they have doubled Augustana here in the second, 16-8. And I believe Augustana may have taken that timeout. Mark Feinborn wanted one, and I think he got it, trying to slow down this 6-0 run over the last minute 13 for the Blue Jays.
That's exactly what Elmhurst needed. We mentioned coming into this quarter they've had some games where they've lacked really in the second quarter. Not tonight. 16 points already here in this frame. 16, all of them fast break points.
That's crazy.
Here in the second quarter.
And they have none.
Yeah.
We got 8 steals. Still that lone block to lead the way there, but my, oh my. I mean, your bench points coming off the bench right now, 10-4 in favor of the Blue Jays. A lot of big stat categories going in the way of the Blue Jays, now shooting 50% from the field, 13 for 26.
Yeah, they've just dominated really, and it's really that full court press that Augustana is using after they score on the inbounds from Elmhurst that they struggled with a little bit the first couple of times they've seen it, but really ever since then they've figured out a way to beat it really quickly and force those 3-on-2s on the offensive side. And they've missed a couple of shots, but for the most part, especially over these last couple of minutes, they have not missed.
And we saw that 4-pass fast break by the Blue Jays. We've seen 1 pass, we've seen 4, we've seen 3. It's looking really good here early on.
Here's Stone, blocked by Brown.
Boy, MC Brown with the swat.
Here's Bukata, finds Novak on the wing, off the corner of the rim. Delipi with the offensive rebound and turns it over. Just couldn't find Gibson on that pass.
Not so sure that's the shot we needed right there at that time.
Here's Melton driving to the floor. Doesn't get the shot, but draws the foul.
Yeah, this could be the turning point right here for Melton with 2 points. She may be saying, okay, it's time. But she's been slowed up here in the first half. I mean, again, that game took place back on December 4th. It's been a while, but, I mean, she is one of the better shooters in the CCIW, and she has been very, very quiet so far here tonight.
Paige Melton, the sophomore from Moline, Illinois, coming in tonight averaging 14.2 points per game in conference games. Hits both of her free throws there. Here's Brown, lays it off for Novak. Back to Bukata, top of the key. Over to Gibson on the wing, driving in. Free throw line jumper off the front of the rim and rebounded by Lewis.
Yeah, Delipi that time was about 10 feet away from the basket. Blue Jays had nobody underneath the basket to box out and go after that.
A wild pass for Augustana there over the head of Melton, trying to get on the fast break.
Lewis down there, number 14 for Augustana. 5'9" freshman.
Here's Gibson, draws the foul, couldn't get the basket, but another foul on Augustana. Their 8th of the contest.
Augustana is well out of their comfort zone right here. You see Gibson right off the dribble right there and just cruises in and draws yet another foul, this time on Carly Stone.
That's her 2nd of the contest so far. A lot of these Vikings starting to rack up foul trouble. Erickson with 2, Stone with 2, Hayes with 2.
Yeah.
Gibson knocks down the
good
first
shot.
one. She's up to
Steamer
9
back
points.
in, yeah, absolutely.
But Steamer coming in. She's 6 points, 2 rebounds in this one. Has an assist and a block. Gibson knocks down 2 of 2 up to double digits.
Largest lead of the night, 6 right now by the Blue Jays.
Here's Tatum over to Stone. Losing her dribble just a little bit. Erickson back on the floor. She's got 7. Was the hot hand earlier in this one. Hasn't scored since the first quarter. Melton trying to find Stone. 7 seconds on the shot clock. Good defense by Brown. Novak trying to fight for it. And forces, I'm going to say jump ball. Jump ball going Augustana's way.
They'll only have 4 seconds on the shot clock. The only disadvantage of that stoppage right there for Augustana. So this is going to have to be a quick throw in, and they're going to have to get a good shot off. We saw them do that right at the end of the first with 2.2 seconds left.
Here's Hayes. Same play. Gets over to Lewis. 2 seconds.
Oh, there was a foul before the shot.
Wow, they're going to call a foul on Sierra Gibson.
Oh.
Away from the ball. It's going to give the Vikings a brand new shot clock.
Oh, man, that bailed them out right there.
Yeah, it really, really does.
Yeah, Gibson not happy with that.
Maya Lewis comes into the game. Sophomore from Temple Terrace, Florida. Here's Hayes. Now off to Melton. Tatum. Tatum with no points, driving in, gets a layup off. Too strong. Rebounded by Steamer.
Third
Cusack
rebound.
trying to find Lewis, just couldn't corral it.
Yeah, those are must-catch balls. You got to at least catch that ball. That was a little high, but you got to catch them, and then you got to find the trailing Blue Jay. That's the key to the fast break right there.
Yeah, Lewis coming off the bench, just a little bit cold. Couldn't bring that one in.
Sophomore, as you mentioned, beautiful sounding town, Temple Terrace, Florida.
Yeah, sounds absolutely gorgeous.
I'd say it's got sun written all over it, but they had snow not too long ago.
Here's Lewis, turnaround jumper, and got it in.
They could have called a foul that time on Lewis a couple times, clearing out with that elbow. But she demands respect in that paint. You're going to have to be careful. Her and Steamer are going to go toe-to-toe.
Yeah, here's Cusack on the wing, finds Novak in the corner. Working around the screen, free throw line jumper off the back of the rim, rebounded by Papez. Augustana within 4 now. Tatum brings up the floor.
Papez now very close to a double-double.
Cusack tying it up, jump ball going Elmhurst's way.
Yeah, we're not even at halftime. Papez with 10 points and 8 boards already.
Yeah, she's been a force really down in the paint on both sides, offense and defense.
And they're being physical with her, too. She's just out rebounding. I mean, she wants the ball more. That time she just gave a forearm shiver to MC Brown.
Good pass by Steamer into Bukata. Trying to find the space. Turnaround jumper. Got
Beautiful.
it. Too clean from Christian Bukata.
You know, we've seen her all over the floor, literally laid out. We've seen her bleeding. We've seen her. You don't even know how she gets up half the time from some of these shots that she takes. And you can just see right there, just good basketball IQ. That step back, she knew she had to do that going into the bigs, such as Lewis right there. You can't go toe-to-toe with Lewis. She'll swat him away. Smart play.
Absolutely. And another foul on Elmhurst. It's Augustana trying to bring it up the floor. We saw Cusack foul on the first chime. And Maya Lures with the foul there. That puts Augustana into the bonus. Shoot some free throws.
$1:29 left until halftime, and Blue Jays 35-29. And the Vikings shooting 8 of 8 from the free throw line.
And Elmhurst now starting to get in a little bit of foul trouble as well. Sierra Gibson with 2 and Rowan Cusack with 2 as Tatum misses her first free throw. She is a 64.5% free throw shooter on the season. Goes 1 for 2.
Melton checking back in. And Lexi Hayes will check out. One of the many freshmen underclassmen on this team.
Here's Novak on the near side wing. Finds Steamer, top of the key. Trying to get into Bukata. Turnaround jumper. Draws a foul.
Smart play.
Absolutely. We've seen Bukata really working down in the post a lot this game. Good pass from Steamer to find her, and then another turnaround jumper from Bukata, just taking a heavy hack.
It's almost like the Vikings don't expect it. When you see the bigs out that far away from the basket, and then you throw it into Bukata, it's like you have to be aggressive defensively because you know what kind of shooter she is.
Absolutely. Bukata buries the first one and gets both. She's up to 9 points tonight. 3 rebounds, 5 assists as well for Christian Bukata. Here's Tatum, bringing it up the floor. Augustana down 7. Offensive foul on Augustana. Another turnover for the Vikings. Their 14th turnover here in the first half.
And that was, who was it? Oh, that was Papez again. That's number 2. Quite a few Vikings you mentioned with 2 fouls, so they're going to have to manage that well.
Here's Bukata driving to the hoop, kicks it out for Novak, going to stay with Elmhurst. Off the deflected pass.
I love the aggressive play here by the Blue Jays.
Absolutely. Bukata with the inbound. Gets it over to MC Brown. Now Lures on the wing.
I want to see Lures get going here too.
Bukata working off the screen. Drawing a little bit of double team for a second. Here's Novak driving to the hoop. Gets over to Lures. Just couldn't handle the pass.
Yeah, I don't think Lures is ready for that one.
No, it looked a little strong too, but right off her hands. Augustana with an opportunity here. 27 seconds, 10 seconds from the shot clock and game clock. Here's Melton driving in on Novak and gets the and one opportunity.
Yeah, it was just a matter of time before she got started and got going.
Yeah, she just saw the space. Good screen there as well by Stone to give Melton just that little bit more space and put Novak in a tough position.
A good basketball IQ there by Melton. Also, knowing that the foul could have happened during the attempt of the shot, and she just kept going with it, and just a smart play all around. She makes the end one. Well, shot clock off.
20 seconds for Elmhurst. They can take their time, and that's exactly what Bukata is going to do, bring it up the floor.
Yeah, this is smart. Take the last shot.
Yeah, you have a 4-point lead going into halftime. Bukata, free throw line jumper, got it for the Blue Jays. Augustana trying to work quickly. They're not going to have enough time. Long shot attempt and off target.
11 points for Bukata right there. You see what she and how valuable she is to this team.
Yeah, 8 of them, all in the second quarter as well. As Elmhurst lead at the break, 39-33.
Yeah, that was an impressive second period here for the Blue Jays. After trailing 17-15, they lead 24-16 there in the second. Turn it around basically on the Vikings. and they lead by 6 at halftime.
Yeah, we're going to take it a break. When we come back, second half action from RA Fagnall Hall as Blue Jays lead 39-33.
My name is Danielle Corliss, and I am in Elmhurst University's online MENP program. I believe that nursing is a calling. If you have an interest in healthcare, this is a very diverse field to go into, and you have a lot of options on what areas you want to work. I'm really excited to be a clinical nurse leader because there is a strong possibility to improve patient outcomes and improving the conditions that nurses and other medical professionals work in. I really hope to impact the lower income or underserved communities. Coming from Kentucky, where I was an EMT, and then even in my clinicals here in the Chicagoland area, there are a lot of underserved communities and they don't have access to the proper health resources. And I feel like focusing on those lower income, underserved communities can really help the healthcare system in general, but can also improve the overall health in these populations. My favorite part of this program has definitely been the clinicals. So my big aha moment during this program was during my critical care rotation. I was at a Trauma One Center in Chicagoland area, which was a very great experience. And working in the ICU and in the ED, that's when I really knew this is what I wanted to do. Listening to my classmates and my friends talk about their experiences in clinical has been a really exciting experience, just to hear that they're doing well and that they're having the experience that we all hoped for, and that we're able to put the knowledge that we've learned in class into the actual setting and into the real world with real patients. It's very exciting because we're almost at the finish line. It's a very proud moment for us.
After my undergrad here, I was working kind of locally with a couple former alumni in kind of a business setting, and so I was kind of interested by that. And then to get this degree was a huge opportunity for me and something that I just couldn't pass up. From the first class, a couple classes, you know, the instructors brought a lot of their personal experiences in. So it was a lot less of like, hey, let's just read the book, let's go over the text. It was more like what they brought to the table, what they've learned in their careers. And for me, that was huge because being in the small size class, you know, having an instructor that's going to be more engaging, it just made for a better overall experience. I was always looking for something that was going to be data driven. I was really interested in some of the storytelling that we did with the marketing class. So in my career currently, I'm an insights manager at a market research firm. Having the opportunity to specialize in something made it easier for me to narrow in on an industry. When I transitioned from the MBA program into my role now, I felt like I could take on things right away and hit the ground running. It's not only getting the degree and, you know, using it to elevate your career, but I learned a lot about myself as far as being challenged and stretched to be able to balance, you know, coaching and classwork and a job and, you know, relationships, you know, friends and family and things outside of that. That was so unique to me, and to anyone that's considering this, I mean, absolutely do it. Yes, it's going to be hard. Anything worth having is going to be hard, but you learn a lot about yourself by doing it.
When I graduated in 2020 with my undergrad, I knew I wanted to continue my education. It was a natural choice to come back to Elmhurst. I had grown to know and love the faculty, the students, the environment, the curriculum, the flexibility behind the MBA program. Since I didn't really have a specialization, I took that time to take entrepreneurial classes, marketing classes, to see which path I really wanted to take. And in doing so, that allowed me to kind of figure out what I wanted to do afterwards. An exciting thing that the MBA has enabled me to do, I have two different perspectives, one of my own obviously, but also from my profession. I do talent acquisition, so I'm able to review resumes and applications of people who have and do not have master's degrees or MBAs, so I know the real life implications of having an MBA. For myself, it just allowed me the opportunity to take that extra step in my education and help to understand which direction I wanted to go. If you're looking for an opportunity to connect with others, to build networks, this is a great opportunity to do that. There's a small class size. They focus on team building and projects revolved around that. So Elmhurst gives you that opportunity to, not only see what you're good at, maybe learn from others and see how they work and how they work with others and how you could maybe expand upon that. If it wasn't for Elmhurst, I don't know what I'd be doing right now.
My name is Ricky Franks. I'm a part of the Accelerated Master's Entry Nursing Program here at Elmhurst University. What drove me to choose Elmhurst is the flexibility of the program. With this accelerated program, you're allowed to start right after your bachelor's degree in any other field that you've been in. So after this, we'll have our MSNs, and then after that, if you want to pursue your career more and become a doctorate or a nurse practitioner, then you can just get your certificate. The best part that stands out to me of this program is just the relationships that I built over the time that I've been here and the opportunities and experiences I've had through clinicals. We've had all of the clinicals, so we have pediatrics, OB. It really just opens up the opportunity to experience. During those clinicals, you're able to really practice the skills that you're learning and just really facilitate that compassion to your patients. It really just made me decide that I really wanted to go into mental health. It really solidified that decision. Now I have been accepted to a post-certificate program for mental health, and I want to be a nurse practitioner after that, which is just underneath a year. I really want to advocate for patients, people who don't really have voices in those vulnerable populations. I really just want to make sure that they're heard and that they're cared for in the way that they should be.
Transformative education happens not just in classrooms, laboratories, and libraries.
Throughout the university's history, our gymnasiums and playing fields have been the sites of wins and losses, but also of lifelong friendships formed and lifetime lessons learned.
If I could send a message to the donors, I'd thank them for everything, because I do everything that I do on this court because of them. I'm able to use these facilities to the best of my ability, and I'm able to do well in sports and academics because of them.
The cohort model is actually really wonderful because you get to meet lots of different people from all different backgrounds, all different ages.
Everybody's unique in their own way, where we express our ideas and we learn different things from each other.
I didn't really kind of realize how helpful it was going to be, how much I would rely in my classmates.
We all are able to reach out to each other to help each other. Nobody's like left in the dark. We all learn together that way, and so it helps us all succeed together and makes us happier about each other's successes as we move on.
It actually has become a support system for me.
I had a few wonderful classes that gave me some real world experience.
One of my classes entailed going through a simulation. It makes you collaborate with other people in your cohort. And it just makes it more engaging.
I got a chance to have an internship. They liked me so much that they offered me a contract.
I was able to get an internship. It did help me find that might not be the right path for me, but at least with a business administration degree from Elmhurst, it matches a lot of roles more than just one thing. So it's very versatile.
Being a military-friendly school was a big part of why I selected Elmhurst.
Military benefits actually helped me completely with my education, as I wouldn't have gone back to school if it hadn't been for the military benefits.
By being able to use the GI Bill at Elmhurst, I was able to really just focus on my education and doing well in the program versus having to worry about the financial aspects of paying for school.
It was seamless and easy to process. They also are part of the Yellow Ribbon program, which helped make up the difference for the cost that the GI Bill did not.
Welcome back to RA Saginaw Hall. Dawson Wells, Bill Downing, Greg Rossell on the controls. Elmhurst Bluejays up 39-33 over the Augustana Vikings. And Bill, Bluejays taking the ball away and causing a lot of turnovers on defense so far.
They have Christian Bacata leading away with 11, Sarah Gibson with 10, Steamer Novak with 6, Kozinski and Delipi with 2. You're right. You take a look at what you're talking about. 21 points off turnovers, 18 points in the paint, bench points with 10. And, I mean, that fast break has been exactly what the doctor ordered, is what I was trying to say, if I'm able to spit that out. Every time that Elmhurst was being pressed, they found a way to break out, find the open player. The unfortunate part is for the Blue Jays, sometimes they were so open that the shots went way too strong and they were one and done. But when it worked well, we saw Gibson leading the way, Bacata leading the way, great court awareness. And you take a look down to the right now and you can see that Augustana starting to warm up from beyond the arc. And I think we're going to start seeing a lot of that. And right now, that's Dolly Smith warming up.
Yeah, and Elmhurst with 9 steals as well. They just had a great time really defending the ball and causing those turnovers. Elmhurst really didn't go on that big run until late in that second quarter. They have the lead 39-33. And Bill, why don't you tell us about some scores around the CCIW?
Well, just a few minutes ago, North Central had a big lead over Milliken. Right now it's 52-43 at North Central. North Central, we just defeated on Saturday. Milliken right there with us. Wheaton at North Park. North Park up by 3, 33-30. Carroll leading by 10 at home against Carthage, 47-37. Now we flip over to men's basketball. Augustana leading North Park. That's big because North Park coming in 13-5. That's a position right there in the CCIW. They lead 47-35, and the Blue Jays absolutely crushing the Thunder, laying the Thunder at Wheaton right now, 56-32. Illinois Wesleyan only a 1-point lead at home against Carroll right now. down in Bloomington, Illinois, and then Milliken trailing North Central at home 41-30. Wow, that would be a huge upset.
Yeah, really
Carroll
would.
at Wesleyan.
Augustana right back here in Elmhurst gets the game back going. Papez and Erickson, the main scorers for this Blue Jays team. Sierra Gibson took a huge shot down in the paint. She's down the floor holding her head.
And right away, the training staff out to take a look at her. You're right, she went down.
She took a heavy shot fighting through the screen of Papez.
And I think they're going to look at that as a possible.
Yeah, well, fighting around that corner, it looked like Papez threw a little bit of an elbow.
They are going to go ahead and take a look at that to see if that's a possibly a hostile act, a.k.a. flagrant one. As they're going over, taking a look at the screen. Yeah, she went down hard, and she is still trying to shake the cobwebs out. I would not be surprised if she comes out and they take a look at her just to make sure. Even though the training staff's laughing, you still got to take, especially in this day and age in sports, you've got to take her out and you got to have her checked. And she took one right in the chops, it looks like, and they're going to have to make sure that concussion protocol is definitely followed right there. Any type of hit to the head. But they're definitely looking at right now as was that a hostile act, because if it catches the eye of one of the officials, they have the ability to go ahead and make this call, and that's exactly what they did.
Yeah, we'll see what the call is, but if either of these players involved in this play go out in Papez and Sierra Gibson, be a big loss for both teams. Both of them 10 points in this one. Papez does have the 2 fouls. Does have 8 rebounds as well. Yeah, she has a big bruise right on her cheek.
Yes. Wow. That was a massive shot. If we can see it from all the way up here. I mean, I remember when Christian Bukata, when she got opened up, we were able to see it from up here. That is quite the shot. And I'm not a good lip reader, but they are taking this very, very serious. Took a long look at that play in the screen, and this could be a big turning point right here with a 6-point lead. Yeah, you can see they're looking at Gibson. Yeah, you can see it right from here. She is starting to swell up. Yeah, they're going to have to do something with that because we can see it from up here, and hopefully she's going to be okay. Let's see what the call's going to be. Because they'll talk to both coaches. I think Cameron Tucker. Yeah, it looks like this is. Again, I can't predict the weather, let alone what they're going to call. I can't believe they're not going to call anything other than
doesn't look like they're not going to call anything. They'll stay with Augustana on that far side.
Wow.
So no call on that review. Here's Erickson. Ball back in play early in this second half, and in the third quarter, Erickson driving to the hoop. Papez with the offensive rebound, taking on Steamer. Wow, she's just dominating the paint right now.
She is a beast on the court. She is a phenomenal player.
1 rebound away for a double-double for Papez with 12 points, 9 rebounds already. But Elmhurst with the lead up 4. Here's Cusack. Long 3 for Cusack. Got it to start the second half on fire for Rowan Cusack.
That's an answer right there to the basket by Augustana.
Augustana going right back to Papez. This is smart play. Too strong, though.
Nobody boxing out. The one that was closest, Cadence Tatum at 5'3".
You caught a kick out to Novak. Elmhurst on fire to start the second half.
6 points on back-to-back trays.
You love to see it. Here's Erickson driving in, kicked out to Melton. 4-3, off target, too strong. Papez with the rebound, puts it up off target. Steamer with the rebound.
She's officially at a double-double now, 12 points and 10 boards.
Quickly into the paint for Brown, draws the foul.
This is, you know Augustana's going to make a run, but you have to be able to sustain that and also be able to do exactly what they did right there. get the ball. It all started with Steamer, who caught a great vision, long pass. 4 passes, and we're at the basket.
I mean, look, it took him 5 seconds to get all the way up the court for a layup to draw the foul as well. Just moving the ball so quickly, and Elmhurst with their biggest lead of the night at 10. Exactly how you want to start the second half with 2 quick threes.
And Gibson looks like she was about ready to come right back into the game. So it looks like she is okay, even though she's got some swelling underneath the eye. We can see it still from up here, but she is a gladiator out there to be able to take a shot like that. And you can see the swelling on this picture. It's definitely going to affect the one eye a little bit. But good to see that she's back out there. And that one's going to leave a mark.
Absolutely. I mean, that was a heavy shot. Unless they said it was really not on purpose. And I mean, obviously that's what they thought. Didn't call anything. Now, I don't know if they can change that to a common foul here in Division III after they go over to review it. I know there's no challenging system here in Division III.
I would like to see it evened out. If you could do it in Division I, you should be able to do it in Division III.
Right.
You know, because players do go from 3 to 1, and players go from 1 to 3. We see it all the time in hockey. You look at, like, teams such as Adrian. A large majority of their roster is made up of D1 kids that wouldn't start it. It's like big schools. And they come down here and they can basically control the game.
As MC Brown hits both free throws. We saw it even with North Park last week. A couple of kids that one of their players from Stetson went to the NCAA tournament last year.
Correct.
Coming down and playing at North Park. Erickson off target. Gibson gets the rebound.
Gibson's not going to take any more of that. She will go ahead and go in there and scrap.
Yeah, got that jump ball. It's going to stay with Elmhurst. Good offensive rebound for Sierra Gibson. And clearly, after taking that shot, still not afraid of drawing contact.
Nope. Nope. She welcomes the contact right there.
Driving in, just not enough. MC Brown with the rebound, trying to keep it in. Finds Gibson trying to spin
again.
And draws the foul. Heavy contact to Sierra Gibson again. She is just taking a beating.
Yeah, you're going to have to get her a helmet because, I mean, she took a forearm.
Yeah, she really takes 2 shots there.
Wow. Oh, she is a trooper.
Going to stay with Elmhurst, up 12. Going right to Sierra Gibson, falls over just a little bit, maintains the dribble, finds Brown, deflected by Augustana. It's going to stay with the Blue Jays.
Maybe that swelling in the eye with that pass maybe had something to do with it because she's usually pretty direct with them passes.
Cusack with the ball, 10 seconds on the shot clock. Wide open 3 for Cusack. Not enough. Steamer with the offensive rebound, trying to turn the corner and draws the foul on Papez.
That is 3 on Papez. That is trouble right there. You're going to have to manage her for the next 7:34, so the next 17 minutes and 34 seconds.
I mean, you look up and down this starting lineup for Augustana. They're all in foul trouble. Erickson with 2, Tatum with 2, Stone and Papez both with 3.
I think if you're Cameron Tucker, you go right at him.
Absolutely. Turnaround jumper for Sierra Gibson, just not on target. Rebounded by the Vikings. Here's Erickson. Turn the corner, gets a layup in, and one opportunity for Erickson. She's up to 9 points here tonight.
Yeah, she's looking to go double digits. That was a great idea. Good spin off the backboard.
Going right at Sierra Gibson.
Yeah. You might as well because you think that she's going to go ahead and lay off a little bit after drawing so much contact, but Sierra Gibson, she plays tough. I mean, if they're going to let them play, she's going to play.
Erickson knocks down the free throw. She's 3 for 3 from the line tonight with 10 points. Lead now down to 9 for the Blue Jays. Bukata hits the deck. Here's Lewers. Top of the key. Uses the dribble just a little bit. Now finds an open lane. Drives to the hoop. She takes a heavy contact.
That's Melton that time.
They're going to call a defensive foul on Augustana on that drive. Good dribble by Lewers. Ooh. That was a close one.
Yeah, that could have went either way.
Lewers heads to the line, and that's the first one on Melton.
First points tonight for Lewers.
Papez takes a seat for the Vikings in foul trouble.
Yeah, that's 12 points sitting on the bench right there and 10 boards.
I mean, she's been dominant as Lewers hits both free throws.
Erickson with 10, Papez with 12. Blue Jays 2 in double digits.
Here's Tia Lewis for the Vikings.
That's a great matchup for Steamer too.
Absolutely. Erickson drives to the hoop, draws the foul on Lewers.
I think we're going to see a heavy dose of Erickson driving to that basket.
That good dribble to get around Lewers. And all she could do was swat down, not giving him the easy points. I mean, if you're Augustana, that's what you want. That's how you're going to get back in this one, is heading to the free throw line. They're 11 for 12 tonight from the line, and on the season, 73.7% free throw shooters in the conference.
That's her first miss of the night.
She goes 1 for 2 from the line. To 11 points now for Erickson. Cusack trying to go quickly, loses the dribble, and then gets the carry. Offensive turnover.
Yep, she knew it too.
Yeah, just lost the dribble a little bit and carried it.
Slow down.
And I'm surprised Elmhurst still going at the pace that they're going at, trying to go really quickly.
Right.
Still up 10 points. Kick ball on Cusack, going to stay with Augustana.
I mean, if it worked, go ahead and do it. But also at the same time, you want to chew some of this time off the clock.
Absolutely. Tatum gets it in. Here's Hall, her first minutes of the game. Offensive rebound as well. Draws the foul.
That might be on Bukata. If it is, that's going to be her second.
Ciara Hall coming in. Didn't play in the first half. The freshman from Silvis, Illinois comes in.
Yeah, Novak picked up her third right there. Now she's in trouble.
Yeah, that's her third personal.
9 points too.
Would be a big loss for Elmhurst. Got to be careful with the fouls as well. Hall goes 1 for 2 from the line. Brown with the double team, trying to break out of this press, and they do. Here's Bukata. She's got 11. Taking on Hall. Good pass to Brown. Extra pass to Novak. Off the back of the rim. And Lewis with the rebound for the Vikings.
Good look there by Lindsay.
This is who you gotta be careful of. Paige Melton driving to the hoop, off the front of the rim, kicked out to Erickson, and great pass into Melton. She's up to 9.
Yeah, Melton starting to come on, and I think Cameron Tucker realized that. First year head coach here at Elmhurst. Smart timeout, now the lead down to 7.
Yeah, Elmhurst 0 for their last 4 and didn't get a single field goal in the last 3 minutes. This is a smart timeout from Cameron Tucker. Elmhurst just in a little bit of a slump right now on the offensive side. We've seen them come out very strong here in this quarter, just lacking a little bit on the offensive side, though.
Yeah, it's the second time that they've gone with no points for over 3 minutes in this contest, and that's something that they gotta find a way to either draw a foul, get to the free throw line, Shot selection right now, not the very best when you have that lead. We talked about taking time off that shot clock, taking time off that game clock. You know, whirling up threes right now may not be what they need. I think they need to draw more contact and get to that free throw line.
Absolutely. 0 points in the paint so far in the second half for the Blue Jays. An area where they were really strong in the first half, where they got 18 points.
Steamer a high.
Bukata with the jumper off target. Rebounded by Melton.
But Bukata that time called for the screen way outside. This is where Augustana is dangerous.
Here's Erickson, back to Tatum. A lot of space for a cross-court pass to Hall for three. She got it.
She's got 4. And here come the Vikings.
Ciara Hall coming into the game, instantly making a big impact. Only averages about 6.5 minutes per game. They're going to call that foul on the floor.
Oh, wow. And that was pretty close right there, but we will ooh, that's real close. So there's going to be a timeout with 4:31 left here in the third, and Bukata will go to the line for 2. Christian tonight 11 points. She's 3 of 4 from the charity stripe. She's played a lot of minutes too, 23 long minutes. Cusack with 22, and Steamer also with 22.
Yeah, either way that foul puts Elmhurst into the bonus, so it's still for points, but that was a close one. Either it's on the floor or in the air.
Well, you take a look at two sides of the coin right there. The Vikings on a 7-0 run over the last 2 minutes. The Blue Jays haven't scored in the last 2 minutes and 18 seconds. So you can see where the tide has turned a little bit here in the third with 4:31 left. It's only a 4-point lead. That 10-point lead has evaporated.
Yeah, it seemed like Elmhurst just got a little too comfortable with that 10-point lead after they started off this third quarter really strong. Got off to that big 12-point lead here in the third, and then ever since it's been all Augustana. They're slowly clawing their way back, only down 4 now.
Largest lead is 12 by the Blue Jays, 7 for Augustana. That came back in the first. Christian Bukata leading the way with 11. Sarah Steamer with 5 boards. Bukata with 6 assists.
She hits the first one, up to 12 points now for Christian Bukata. Put up 26 last time we played the Vikings, all the way back early in December. She goes 2 for 2 from the line.
Little magic tonight from Valpo. Anna Klaczynski checking back in. MC Brown will have a seat for the Blue Jays. Klaczynski comes in with 2 points.
Here's Tatum now, finds Hall. She's been on fire since she came in the game. Finds Erickson. Spin around jumper all the way around and out. Got him, pushing the floor, going quickly. Finds Novak in the corner. Took a little contact off target with the shot. Cusack with the steal.
Klaczynski last time down with the third board. This is where they got to mash the pedal right here.
Absolutely.
Either draw some contact. Triple team on Steamer. Wow.
And she travels. I mean, that's just great defense.
That is.
By Lewis and Erickson.
Nowhere to go. And they knew it too. That's something we didn't see in the first half. We may have saw a double team, but a triple team right there, you pretty much have every angle taken away for Steamer.
Here's Lewis, passes in to Melton. Goes up, draws the foul for Paige Melton. And she's perfect from the line here tonight. Great pass by Lewis.
First foul on Klaczynski here tonight. 4th for the Blue Jays here in the third. And Melton looks like she practices that in the backyard.
Absolutely.
She's good.
Up to double digits now for Paige Melton.
Don't want to take her on in a game of horse, I tell you that.
Yeah, too easy for Melton. Started off pretty slow, but really ever since the end of the first quarter, he's contributed a lot for this Vikings team, 11 points. Now for the Vikings leading scorer.
MC Brown back in. Krasinski will have a seat.
Here's Bukata taking on Hall, driving the lane, turn around, finds Cusack, far side wing, off target. It's going to stay, go Augustana's way.
Now that shot that time by Salika Ely, the senior from Chino Hills, California. Looked like it went off the hands of Carly Stone.
Drive in by Tatum, blocked by Steamer, blocked again, but Lewis with the foul. The shot was really blocked twice. Steamer in a difficult position behind Lewis. Just got beat on the dribble.
Sure did.
Just the second time drawing the foul. She did a good job on the first time blocking the shot.
She did. That time Lewis kind of backed, when she went up for that shot, kind of backed up into Steamer. Steamer, I tell you, she is a force down in that paint.
Lewis misses her first free throw. Hits the second, 1 for 2. She's up to 5 points tonight for the Vikings, and it's a 3-point game.
Gibson back in, Brown out. So a faster Blue Jay team on the court right now.
And they need something. No field goals in the last 6 minutes for Elmhurst. Here's Gibson. Takes it to the elbow, back to Cusack. Ely on the wing. Cusack, a lot of space.
Yeah, Lewis not letting Steamer go away whatsoever.
Bukata draws the double and just out of play. Going to stay with Elmhurst. I mean, just out of play. Bukata lost the ball. Hall almost keeps it in. Ball just touched the out of bounds line here on this near side. 6 seconds on the shot clock for Elmhurst. Got to get something up quick. Here's Gibson. Free throw line off to the corner, and just nothing doing right now for this Elmhurst offense.
Yeah, I would have liked to have seen Gibson take that to the basket.
Yeah, she had the space, and she's hit those shots really all night from the free throw line. Just that time went for the pass in the corner 3. Here's Lewis, fast break for Hall. Good stop, jumper, misses it, but Melton with the offensive rebound, she gets it. And it's a 1-point game. 51-50. Just over 2 minutes left to go here in the third quarter.
12-point lead evaporated, down to 1.
Here's Cusack, turnaround, jumper, Ely, baseline, missed. Heavy collision's gonna stay, go Augustana's way.
Wow. Augustana outscoring the Blue Jays 17-12 here in the third after a 24-16 second by the Blue Jays. You can see that struggles 0 for 8.
Wow, and it looks like they called a foul on that play, so it's going to send Lewis to the line.
They're going to say Ely that time with the foul. But right now, everything unraveling for the Blue Jays. They have got to find a way to just regroup and get back to what got them to that 12-point lead.
That first free throw from Lewis touched every part of the rim but went in. She goes 2 for 2, and it's an Augustana lead all the way back from 12 down earlier in the third.
That's their first lead since back in the first at the 5:41 mark.
Elmhurst haven't scored in the last 2.5 minutes. They're 0 for their last 8 on a big slump here late in the third quarter. Down 1 to the Vikings in a big CCIW game. Cusack in the corner, takes it baseline. She loses, it's going Augustana's way again.
12 turnover for the Blue Jays here tonight, and a majority of those have happened in the last 5 minutes.
Yeah, just sloppy basketball really the last couple of minutes. After starting off this third quarter on a hot run, hitting 2 quick threes.
Yeah, you thought that the train was going to derail at that point, but
Erickson fighting through all the contact.
everything going their way. 13 points for Erickson.
Novak, quick 3, got it! Huge 3 for Lindsay Novak.
Who's the technical on?
They're call it
on
technical
Melton.
here.
Oh, on Steamer.
Sorry, on Steamer.
Oh boy, she obviously said something that caught the official's attention.
We'll take a look at it right here. A huge 3 from Lindsay Novak to tie this one. You see Steamer, a little bit of a shove and then shouting. And
that was a late one. She had to have said something.
Looked like she pushed a little bit and chirped a little bit too. The Stone hits both the technical free throws.
Yeah, you can't make mistakes like that.
Yeah,
not
especially
in a tight game.
Especially after tying up the game on that big Lindsay Novak 3. You can't do that.
She acquires that basket so fast on them threes.
And Erickson just falls over. Cusack pushing the floor. Fast break. Gibson. Tie game Elmhurst.
12 points for Gibson. She just continues to impress. Swollen eye and all.
Passing to Melton. Down the baseline. Good defense by Bukata and Gibson. Over to Hall.
Down, you're right.
Stone pushing the floor. Erickson, extra pass to Hall. Too strong. Erickson offensive rebound. Just no one boxing out for Elmhurst.
Yeah, you got to box out. You have to box out at that point. Issue with the clock, I believe. Oh, they're looking at a possible flagrant here. And this one,
wow.
Who would this one possibly be on?
I didn't see anything in that
No,
play.
you talk about this game turning into a physical contest.
They must have seen something that we didn't. But Augustana up 2 points after that Erickson lay-in. She's up to 15, leads the scorers for the Vikings. And she's done a great job. A little bit of foul trouble early in that first half, quick 2 fouls, but she's done a great job just staying patient. Audrey Erickson, the freshman from Silvis, Illinois.
Someone's shooting. Someone is shooting a... Okay, now they're doing baseline. So it'll be Blue Jays ball, inbound. They have to go the full length of the court. Shot clock and game clock pretty much even. They could hold for a final shot here and not leave Augustana with much time, if any, at all.
About 0.7 between shot clock and game clock.
I don't think you need a 3 here. You just need a good shot.
Yeah, you just need points here to close out the quarter, down 2, and that's exactly what they're going to do. Cusack and the Blue Jays holding for the last shot of this quarter. Here's Cusack. Drives to the wing. Cuts it into the paint. It's going to be a foul on Hall. Going to send Bukata to the line.
Bukata goes flying.
You see it here on this near side, just trying to get away, and she gets pushed and then grabbed.
Yeah.
3.9 left on the game clock here in the third quarter.
Good substitution right there, keeping Steamer, get her out, put Leapy in, but Bukata at the line. She's got 13, and she's 5 of 6 from the free throw line. Good chance to even this one up going into the start of the fourth.
Knocks down the first one. She's up to 14.
3 Blue Jays in double digits, Gibson, Bukata, and Novak.
This one's tied. 3.9 left to go. Augustana got to go up the floor quickly if they want a shot.
Yeah, you've been outscored here in the third, but it's a blessing. You're going to go in.
Here's Erickson.
Potentially tied up.
Half-court three, way too short. Tie game. It's going to take the last 10 minutes of this one to decide it here in Elmhurst.
Well, you talk about some runs. The Blue Jays, 2 of the last 10 for their last 10, and a serious drought. They spent a large majority of that third with no points. I mean, you can't have that. I mean, especially with a team, any team out there, if you're going to give them a chance to breathe life back into a team, that's the way to do it right there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Don't make it easy on them.
Yeah, it was 5-6 minutes where they didn't get a single field goal. It was really all points coming from the free throw line.
True.
That led the Vikings right back into this one, but now you got a tie game. You went on a big run to end the first half in the second quarter. You started off the third quarter on a very hot note. You got to find that magic you had and bring it into this fourth quarter.
I think you go right back to what got you the lead in the second. I mean, you outscored them 24-16. It was the fast break points. It was the fact of being able to box out, get that initial pass out, and start running against this Augustana team. That got them in foul trouble, and we've gotten away from that, being outscored 25-19 here in the third. 58-58. I think you go back to what got you that lead initially, and we'll see what Cameron Tucker does here.
Yeah, and this Augustana defense as well only allowed 2 points in the paint from Elmhurst in that third quarter. It's an area Elmhurst was attacking for a large majority of the first half, just couldn't find any success. They were taking a lot of heavy fouls, however.
Tatum back in for Augustana.
Here's Hall. Finds Stone on the far side. Good steal by Gibson.
That's aggressiveness right there. And then Steamer, quick reaction.
That's exactly what you need. Novak, far side, step back, passes over to Bukata.
Smart play, because it looked like she wanted to post up right there, and she realized, hey, we got to take some time off the clock.
Cusack, wide open three. Got it! Rowan Cusack for the lead.
She's got 8, and she's 2 of 5 from beyond the arc.
Huge shot for Rowan Cusack, exactly when the Blue Jays needed it.
Now you're going to leave her open. She is going to make you pay for that.
Here's Tatum, cross court to Hall. Back into Tatum. Over to Lewis.
Yeah, that's where you want Lewis to shoot. You don't want to be close to that basket.
Here's Gibson arriving at Tatum, takes a shot, off target, no foul.
Wow.
Tatum trying to find Erickson in the corner. Travel. Turnover on Augustana. It's going to be Elmhurst's ball.
That's 18th turnover. That's huge.
Yeah, that's a big turnover. Erickson, leading scorer so far. And a player coming back in for the Vikings that we really didn't see towards the end of that third quarter. That's Callie Papez.
Yeah, I mean, she's been non-existent, like you mentioned. She's got foul trouble. She's got 3 fouls, 12 points, and 10 boards. So she's having a great game.
I mean, and Augustana went on that long run without her. Here's Gibson driving in. Good athletic lay-in for Sierra Gibson through the lane.
14 points.
Erickson over to Stone.
I love the energy from Gibson tonight.
Absolutely.
And nobody home.
Way off target for Ciara Hall, playing a lot of minutes. That one just way off target.
And Augustana calls a timeout with 8:05 left. And 63-58 lead back to that 5-point cushion. Well, we saw a big of lead as 12. But we'll take 5 at this point, and we came out just like we did in the second period, where we came out on fire, really aggressive. Gibson getting back to what got her to this point. She's got 14 points, 1 point off of Bukata for the team lead.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, driving into the paint, I'm expecting, especially with Papez back in the game for the Vikings, them to just attack her. I mean, they've proven they can beat her off the dribble and on the dribble, just attacking it. The question is the offensive side. Now you got to stop Papez. You had a big opportunity there to make a run. Went cold with Papez out of the game. Now with her back in, you got to make sure you stop her. She's been the real main threat when she's been on the floor for this Vikings team.
She is a threat from about 12 feet in. But the one thing I noticed that when she is in, that the Blue Jays, they like to go fast break away from her because they can outrun her. And then when you've got that big frame out of the way, you're able to attack the basket a little easier.
Here's Bukata going right at her already. Just a little too strong. Mountain with the rebound. Here's
That's a smart play.
Absolutely, just attack her. She is in foul trouble with 3, Papez. Hall on the wing. Here's Papez already. Gets it into Stone. Good pass into Tatum. Off target, its own rebound. And bouncing around
second chance, yeah. You got to put someone a little bit taller on her. Can't allow her, first of all, to get the rebound and get that second shot through.
Yeah, Tatum.
And she only has 3 points.
I mean, she's passed up wide open shots too. Cusack for 3, just off target. It's gonna be a foul on Augustana.
Boy, emphatic call by the official too.
It's like an elbow down in the paint.
Let's see who got that one.
It's gonna be on Papez.
Oh my!
Battling with Steamer, so Papez up to 4, and she's gonna take a seat.
She's got to come right back out of the contest.
Throwing a lot of elbows with Sierra Steamer down in the paint. We saw it on that replay.
Now, I bet you that game at Augustana was physical too.
Oh,
it's an
absolutely.
8-point win, 80-72.
Jump ball. Gibson's able to come down with it, driving in, draws the foul. Sierra Gibson up and down the floor, laying her body on the line, headed to the line for the Blue Jays.
It looks like she's going to end up having a black eye. You can see it from here, but no need for the vision when you got court awareness like she's had tonight. Wow.
Took a little swan dive there,
Sure
too,
did.
on that foul, trying to get the and one opportunity. Gibson, opportunity to extend this to a 2-possession game. This is the first one.
Well, this is where you can win and lose contests right here from the free throw line.
Elmhurst, 15 of 19 so far in this one from the free throw line.
Nice.
Gibson's able to get the second one. It's a 4-point lead for the Blue Jays. Just over 7 minutes left to go here in the fourth quarter.
There's 3 players with 15 points. Bukata, Gibson, and then you've got Erickson on the other side.
And there's Sierra Gibson causing a turnover yet again on the defensive end. Here's Christian Bukata taking on Hall. Cusack to Novak. Got it! Lindsay Novak! Big 3 for the Blue Jays.
Downtown Elmhurst, nothing but net.
She's up to 15 points, all 3s. There's Tatum, off target. Bukata with the rebound. Elmhurst up 7.
Good outlet pass.
Cusack. Novak wide open again.
Oh, this
Just
place
off
would have gone
target.
crazy. You could hear it. Somebody's gone. Somebody just got kicked out.
And I'm thinking it's Lindsay Novak.
Yeah, once you make that call, I don't think you can take that back.
Wow, and I didn't see what happened.
Well, I tell you, this officiating crew having their hands full.
Yeah, a lot of big physical game, a lot of calls.
Anna Klaczynski checking back in, but second call by the one official pretty emphatically said, your night's over with.
Yeah, instantly tossed her out. I didn't even see what happened on that far side as Augustana was bringing it up the floor.
And if that's the case, they're going to have to escort. Yep, they are. And they're going to have to escort her out. Oh, man.
And I mean, that's a big loss
That
for this
is.
Elmhurst team. Lindsay Novak, 15 points, 5 for 10 from three-point land, has been ejected from this one.
I don't know.
Yeah, I have no idea why. I didn't see the play. I saw she was battling on that far side with someone, and then the whistle went. I mean, you saw the emphatic decision from.
Yeah, I mean, it was a whistle and it was good night.
Instantly tossed her.
So at this point, I think what they're going to end up having to do is obviously that's going to have to go to the commissioner as far as further action, but so I think maybe the talking right now is, listen, enough is enough. We're going to start sending more and more people to the showers after this, and I think that's kind of a good call, but I don't like that call at all on Lindsay Novak being ejected.
Yeah, I mean, obviously we didn't see the play. We don't know what happened, but I don't think you can instantly toss her with some of the physical calls that have and physical plays really that have been a part of this game from tip.
Right, and he was the farthest official away from the ball, and where that potentially ejection took place.
So Stone heads to the line to shoot the technical free throws. Hits the first one. Elmhurst up 5 points, 67-62. With 6 minutes left to go here in this fourth quarter. Down their three-point threat in Lindsay Novak. But they got a 5-point lead. Here's Lewis. Battling with Gibson. A little bit of a mismatch there, but Gibson holding her own. Ball finds Stone. Back to Melton on the far side. Lewis losing her dribble. Jump ball to go to Elmhurst.
Good reaction that time by Steamer.
Just a little bit of a sloppy dribble there from the Vikings.
They've done that a couple times here tonight, and the Blue Jays have gotten the possession arrow to go in their favor.
Here's Cusack. Finds Bukata. Good cut from Gibson. Jumper too strong.
Oh, foul right after the shot, looks like.
It's going to be on Stone, so that's going to be her fourth personal foul. That's a late call.
Late, yes.
On Sierra Gibson.
Gibson 3 of 4 from the free throw line, 15 points tonight.
It's off the front of the rim, but Carly Stone with her 4th foul of the game. Probably going to go take a seat here. Here's Sierra Gibson. Battling all night, taking shots left and right, diving all over. Goes 1 for 2. Gives Elmhurst a 6-point lead here. 5.5 minutes left to go. Sierra Hall. Long court pass. Too Stone, too strong. Steamer corrals it finally and gets out of the triple team. Great play by Sierra Steamer. Here's Gibson. Gets the bucket. Sierra Gibson having a night for the Blue Jays.
That's how you do that. I'm more worried of Erickson down at this point right now. Melton has not had a good night. I would let Lewis shoot from there all night long.
Here is Melton driving to the hoop. Sierra Steamer. That's a close one. Just got a little too much of the body there.
No easy shots here tonight on either side.
I mean, 2 technicals in this one. 4 players with 4 personal fouls, and we had an ejection as well. This has been one physical game.
It is, and that's boy, some of these things you just all season long you don't see that, you know. But I mean, to kind of corral, I guess, whatever's being said or being done. Unfortunately, Lindsay Novak was the recipient of being ejected. She didn't agree with it.
I mean, but this is an intense game for good reason. Both of these teams currently sit at 3-6 in the CCIW, fighting for that last playoff spot. Only 6 teams make the tournament. Elmhurst currently sit in 6th, but like I said, tied with Augustana and North Central at 3-6. So
North Central leading 56-49 at home against Milliken. And North Park and Wheaton, low-scoring affair, 33-32. North Park with the 1-point lead. And Carroll with a 9-point lead at home against Carthage, 49-40.
And that would be a huge win for North Park.
That would be.
Have yet to win a conference game so far this season. And Wheaton sit at 4-5 in 5th place. So 4 teams fighting for the last 2 playoff spots here in the CCIW.
On the men's side, Elmhurst improves to 9-10 overall with a 72-55 win at Wheaton. And Illinois Wesleyan holding on to a 1-point lead at home against Carroll, 77-76.
That one's in overtime, too.
And North Central defeats Milliken tonight, 65-56 on the road. And Augustana leading 75-66 at home against North Park.
Back in RA Fagnall Hall, Paige Melton going 1 for 2 from the free throw line. 7-point lead, for the Blue Jays. Cusack driving in. And gets it. Rowan Cusack with 10 points here tonight for the Blue Jays as they take a 9-point lead now, trying to run away with it.
4 Blue Jays in double digits. Erickson, 1 and done. Steamer getting ready to come in. So is Papez. She's got 4 fouls.
Yeah, Aaron's shot there from Erickson. Not really the shot I don't think the Vikings wanted.
Take some time off.
Absolutely. Bucata lays it off to Cusack. Taking on Erickson to Gibson. 3-pointer. Off target. Rebound. Big rebound for Kaczynski.
Nice. 4 points on the night. That rebound is huge.
Puts it to 11-point lead. Here's Lewis. Gets the lay-in. But Elmhurst commanding 9-point lead right now. Just juicing the clock. Bucata.
Yeah, Gibson had a really good look on that 3.
Yeah,
it was Kaczynski with the board.
Galipi to Bucata.
But good passing by the Blue Jays right now.
Kind of fighting through the contact, gets a shot up and draws the foul.
That's going to be Hall, and that's going to be her third. Here comes Pepez and Steamer. I think you go right at Pepez right here.
Absolutely. She's with her 4 personal fouls. One more and she's out of here. And Carly Stone as well with 4. She's not in the game. All with 3. Tatum with 3. As Bukata hits her first free throw.
But she has just been consistent tonight.
Hits them both. She's up to 16 points for the Blue Jays. Elmhurst with an 11-point lead. Trying to close this one out at home. A place they've only lost once so far this season. Knocked away by Gibson.
She is so fast on defense.
Popez kicks out to Hall. Takes it baseline. Erickson into Popez. Too strong. Gets the offensive rebound. Battling with Kaczynski. Fights through it. Tatum gets the layup and in.
You know, we'll take that. They took a lot of time off that clock.
Yeah, exactly what you want to do. Tatum with 5 points now.
Now batting down the hatch. Chew up some of this clock.
Here's Cusack trying to flip it in. Turnover. Gives it over to Popez. Vikings trying to go quickly. Here's Tatum. Over to Erickson. Back to Tatum. Drives it and a foul on Elmhurst. It's going to be Sierra Gibson. That's her 4th in the foul, yeah.
Joins Steamer and Novak with 4.
Here's Hall, 4-3. Off target. Rebounded by the Vikings. Here's Lewis. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Erickson gets into Popez. Too strong, but fouled. That's going to be Steamer's gone. That's a big loss.
It is.
For Elmhurst.
Delepi coming right in. She'll pick up the responsibility of picking up Pepez from here on out. Great night for Steamer. 6 points, 6 boards, 33 tough minutes tonight. Unfortunately, fouls out.
I mean, you got to go right at Popez now. She's at 4 personal fouls. You got to try to get her to get that 5th, especially with Steamer out.
And it looks like the Vikings have put in some of their long-range shooters now. They took Lewis out. So Erickson, they brought Melton in.
Popez goes 1 for 2 from the line. She's up to 13 points here tonight.
Yeah, this game's long from over, so we got to be careful here too.
Good pass from Bukata to Delepi to get it up floor. Bukata just settling the game down. Taking a lot of shot clock off. Exactly what Elmhurst wants. Gibson on the wing. Cuts the free throw line. Kaczynski. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Gibson drives in. Good pass to Delepi. Just off target. Popez with the rebound.
Boy, that was a great play. Unfortunately, did not fall.
Augustana down 8. Trying to make something happen. Minute and a half left. Here's Melton. Tatum. Over to Erickson. 3-pointer. Too strong. Gibson with the rebound. She able to clear the floor.
6 boards for Gibson. There you go.
Smart play. Slowing this game down.
That's basketball IQ right there.
Elmhurst up 8, just trying to drain as much clock off as possible.
Because you know Augustana, they're going to get it and they're going to foul you.
It's going to be a foul or a timeout for Elmhurst with 7 seconds left on that shot clock as Bukata lost the ball and fell over there.
Yeah, that behind the back dribble, she almost dribbled away from it. That's how fast of a dribble it was.
Absolutely.
But smart play. Take the time off. Luckily, the Blue Jays were able to get that timeout. They'll have 7 seconds. We have yet to see a shot clock violation here. I would like to see Gibson. Just go ahead. Drive to the basket, or Klaczynski, just get the ball, drive to the basket. You've got Pepez that's still in. You already have Steamer out. You've got our big out. Now it's time to take Pepez out. If you can get her close to the basket, you know she has to defend.
Yeah, I think the most important part of that possession is there's 1 minute left on the game clock. You know, you need points here, trying to make this a really 3-possession, 4-possession game, go up 10. Would put you in a great spot to close this one out.
Well, the Blue Jays will be back in action on Saturday as they welcome in the undefeated Warriors of Illinois Wesleyan.
Bukata, baseline jumper, in and out. Pepez off defensive rebound. Tatum trying to push the floor quickly. Turn around, gives it to Stone. Melton, three-pointer. She got it.
You got to be careful. She's good.
5-point game now. Almost turned it over. Kaczynski just got to get up the floor. Good outlet pass to Cusack. Delipi.
There you go.
Trying to slow the game down.
Yep, they're
and
going to foul. Yep. You knew that was coming. So at this point, as you're passing the ball around, get it to your players that know how to win games from the free throw line. Cusack tonight, 10 points. She has yet to shoot a free throw.
Misses the first one, Rowan Cusack. 5-point game, needs this one to make it 6.
Yeah, this has to be made here to make it a 2-possession.
And does. 6-point game. Elmhurst leads 77-71. 33 seconds left to go. Here's Tatum. Augustana needs a quick three. Here's Stone. Off the back of the rim and shot clock out of bounds. Elmhurst ball.
We'll take it. Shot clock is off. And you know, and it's exactly what head coach Mark Feinborn is doing. He's bringing in players that don't have very many fouls in because they're going to have to foul immediately off this 30-second timeout. They're going to have to foul right on the inbound.
Yeah, I mean, that's just exactly what you wanted. You wanted Augustana to take a wild three. I mean, that's exactly what you wanted.
Yeah,
really.
There's no question. That's exactly what the doctor ordered. And you can see head coach Cameron Tucker in this timeout. He's going to be bringing in Natalie Hardy, sophomore from Eureka, Missouri, knowing that they're going to foul. You might as well put in your good free throw shooters, your solid free throw shooters in there. And like some teams, you'll see as they're down, they're going to put in their 3-point shooters. They're bringing in their free throw shooters right now because they know exactly what Augustana is going to do. They have to foul. They only have 26.6 left in this contest, down by 6, and the shot clock off. Klaczynski inbound.
Gets it into Bukata. And they finally foul.
That's
21.
not the one you want to put to the line neither.
Absolutely
She's only
not.
missed one tonight.
Yeah, Christian Bukata 9 for 10 from the free throw line here tonight. 17 points. She's an 80% free throw shooter this season in conference games.
So Gibson back in, Hardy out. Looks like Lewis getting ready to check back in. And Stone? No, Hall will set out. Pepez, with all that foul trouble, she still has one to give on the bench.
Bukata nails the first one.
One timeout left for both. You'll be talking to head coach Cameron Tucker at the end of this contest.
That should be an interesting conversation. Always is.
This is going to be one of them transitional timeouts. It's 30 seconds. They will advance it past midcourt. And the Vikings will have a choice what side of the court they want to inbound from. Now in the G League, which I found out, very interesting fact, that even if you have no timeouts, you can go ahead and call a transitional timeout and advance it. Which I'm like, didn't Chris Webber get in trouble with that with the Wolverines back in the day calling that timeout when they didn't have it? Yeah, I saw that in the last game. And also, we went to overtime, and they went to a designated point total, almost like the TBD tournament. They said that the magic number was 110.
Wow.
That's what I said. And I'm the last guy to know. I guess I'm supposed to read the rule book, which I did not see that because it used to be where it was just 2-minute overtime.
Right.
And that's what it was. So, unfortunately, the Westchester Knicks defeated us 110-105, and we went ice cold in that TBD tournament. And that was neat. That was kind of neat to see something a little different. So just so you know, that's a testing field for the NBA. We may be seeing that sometime soon.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
People aren't going to like that. I don't like magic numbers.
No. I mean, they do it in the All-Star game.
They do.
A 3. Off target, rebounded by Cusack. She's fouled, but that's pretty much going to do it.
Yeah, they're going to continue to foul Anna Klozinski with yet another board. And you can see Cameron Tucker pretty darn happy with this one. This is one of them revenge wins tonight. That is good to see, but doesn't get any easier. Illinois Wesleyan on the 1st and at the road on the 5th against the Thunder. We'll be back here on the 12th with Milliken.
Cusack hits the first free throw.
At North Park on the 15th of February, and then home the last two, Carthage and Carroll.
That one off target, but 8-point lead with 12 seconds left to go. Not a lot of time
shoot now. They're taking way too much time off.
Erickson,
We'll take the air ball.
And that's just going to do it. I'm surprised they're going to foul Cusack with 2 seconds left to go.
Well, that's going to move the Blue Jays to 12-6 overall. More importantly, 4-6 in the CCIW. That's going to drop Augustana to 7-12 and 3-7 in the CCIW.
Yeah, this is a big, big win for the Blue Jays, and their hopes just making
starting to play their best basketball right now. You saw that on Saturday on the road at North Central, and then defeating a team that beat you earlier in the season. That will do it.
Elmhurst wins it 80-71. As Bill said, they move to 4-6 in conference, 8-1 at home. Big win for the Blue Jays. Rowan Cusack,
monster
big game. 13 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists. Christian Bukata, 18 points, 4 rebounds, 8 assists. And Sierra Gibson, the boxer, taking all the heavy shots. Big game for her. 18 points, 6 rebounds, 2 assists as well, as the Blue Jays win it 80-71 here from R.A. Fagnall Hall.
4 Blue Jays in double digits. And we thought Pepez was just off to the races with a lot of points right out of the gate. But I tell you, the Blue Jays clamped down, did what they had to do. They lost the third and regained it. Whatever they did in the second, they did again in the fourth. Head coach Cameron Tucker.
This was a big win for Elmhurst. Like Bill said, a lot of different players, just great possession, especially after that third quarter slump. Coach Cameron Tucker joins us. And Coach, big win to move to 4-6 in conference, move up in the standings. You got 3 different players score over 15 points.
Yeah.
Great game from really everyone all around.
Yeah, I was really proud of our group. We're doing a little bit more of those small things that we need to do to win. Our decision making still has to keep improving. They pressed us early, and that got everything going for us. Honestly, we had a few turnovers to start, but then we were getting layup after layup. I was kind of disappointed when we got out of it. We struggled a little bit when they packed it in. And so for us to kind of grind that one out, even after their run, switching to zone in the fourth quarter, just it was a nice win for us. Now we've won 2 games where we lost them first time around. So it's building some of our girls' confidence to get back, hey, we're in this mix now.
Yeah, you guys are playing some of your best basketball. I mean, Christian Bukata, 18 points, 4 rebounds, 8 assists. It seems like every night she seems to have these types of games, just playing up and down the floor.
Yeah, she's so consistent, and when we need a big basket, it seems like she comes through for us. She always gets the other team's best defender. And then we had some big rebounds today down the stretch. Like Rowan got that rebound after that 3. Clez got a rebound put back down there. Gibby got a rebound that I think they called a foul on. So we were starting to do more on the rebounding front. I know we didn't win the boards, but for our size, I think that's pretty good. We got 11-0 boards and 10 points off second chance, which we usually don't have that. So I'm really proud of this group to grind out another one. We got to get our composure a little bit. We had the 2 technicals there. That's not a problem I've had in the past. So if anybody's got any ideas on how to keep our composure a little bit more, I'll take it.
Yeah, physical game on both sides. Can you just explain to us what really happened with Lindsay Novak there on the side?
So there was Lindsay thought she got fouled, and I didn't have a great angle of it. I thought she got hit, but maybe it was way after the shot. They got up. She said she bumped into me, and she just bumped her back. And they were on edge, the referees anyways, because there was a technical earlier. There's a lot of chattiness in that game. We're constantly every time, hey, keep your composure, keep your composure. She lost it a little bit there. I'll have to look at it to see exactly what happened. But those little things have shot us in the foot earlier in the year. I'm glad we were able to overcome it. Even at the timeout, our players are talking about, hey, we got this. Everybody just calm down, take a deep breath. And I think it did. I think our girls like, hey, earlier in the year when we were having that around Christmas time when we were dropping a few games, now we've got that, hey, no, we're going to come together. We're going to finish this out strong.
I mean, it really showed it, especially after that foul. You guys seem to just turn it on and close this one out in the fourth quarter. Big game coming up on Saturday against the top 3 ranked team in Illinois Wesleyan. What are the keys for that one?
Hope they're missing a lot of shots would help. We've got to take better care of the basketball. Tonight we only had 13 turnovers, which is fantastic for us. If we can be down below 15 against Illinois Wesleyan, who is one of the best defensive teams in the nation, I think we can give ourselves a little bit of hope. But they can score from all 5 positions. They're senior, junior, another senior. They're just a great program led by a great coach. We just got to come in and not be, intimidated.
Makes sense. Well, Coach, congratulations on the win. Playing your best basketball right now.
Hope so. Thank you.
Big game on Saturday as Elmhurst finishes this one off against Augustana, 80-71. That's going to do it from RA Fagnall Hall. Dawson Wells for Bill Downing, Greg Rossell on the sticks. Have a good night from Elmhurst.